Oh, well, I guess the thing that was on my mind today a little bit, I don't do a lot of talking on here because I do feel like this is a place just to display my poetry. But I guess this is something that's a subject in the community that's in my life as well as in the life of others around me. And that is female to male transgenderism. Um, oh, excuse me. Me, myself, and I do not have a desire to physically or surgically transition myself into a male. I do not feel like that's necessary. I do enjoy my feminine powers, my femininity. Um, Possibly that is because I grew up with a lot of a lot of people, a lot of women. I have a very large family on my maternal side, and was very well learned a lot from different women. Um, I had the grace of having known both of my great grandmothers. One, my maternal great grandmother lived to be 89 years old, and my paternal grandmother lived to be 105 years old. I almost was 106, but didn't quite make it, but that's alright. Um, and my maternal grandmother lived to be in her 80s also, and my paternal grandmother is still living. So I have had the graces of having some women in my life. Um, so I do understand that. But I guess really what I want to talk about is birthright. I guess nobody really ever sat down and really talked to me about birthright in terms of in the gay and lesbian community. Because when we talk about it, it seems to me as if we talk about it in terms of from a heterosexual standpoint. But what I want to talk about it from is the type of communal living arrangements that I grew up in or and that I seen within my family heritage. Now, not accusing my family or anything of being lesbians or anything else, but what I'm saying is the system and the ways by which they raise their children, where they were nurtured and they were taken care of. Even if there was an absence of the male figure, there were males around to help assist in the rearing of the children. Um, and I do and have known of um, and there are young people out here in our age, our generation, our genre of creation that have children, studs, butches, dominants, AGs, whatever classification you want to be called by, that have babies. And it seems to be this warp that a more masculine female should not have a child if she is able to or desires to, or if she just wants to carry on her bloodline. I think that a lot of us don't think about carrying on our bloodlines as more dominant females because we feel like that is the film's job, or and you know, that's just what she's supposed to do. She's supposed to have a baby. But in the construct of my family, we had grandma, you know, she was known by her last name, and in my particular case, my grandma was King. So it was Grandma King, and then the next grandma, her daughter, was named not long by her first name. So that's Grandma Lena. Same thing was true with my father's side. We had Grandma Sharp, and we had Grandma Ella. So, you know, but my maternal grandmothers raised the children. Both of them raised the children. They raised my grandmother's children as well as the great-grandchildren and the great-great-grandchildren. And both sides of my family, I think we do have about 5 generations in existence, possibly more on my mother's side, because my oldest cousin now should be in his 50s, late 50s. So, and my mother's oldest brother now should be, oldest sister, I think, about to be 70. So we got a long, you know, generation within that. But I think I think it behooves us to pass on these strong genes, these genes of strength, these genes of, we talk about, we got, you know, a go get them attitude. We talk about being a protector. We talk about being charismatic. We talk about being all these things, and being the future. But it seems like so many of us don't want to give birth to the future. Where is it going to come from if we don't give birth to it? You know, I just feel like that. So, I mean, I love all you FTMs, MTFs, female to male, male to females. But those of you who are left, before, please think about it, consider it, think about it. Think about it. There's one right that you have. The right to pass on another generation, a new generation of people that are as free thinkers as yourselves, as loving as yourselves, and as willing to give of themselves to the world as you are. So don't just pass that up. If we look at the words of Eminem, you better lose yourself, and don't lose yourself in the moment. You gotta own it. You've only got one shot. Do not miss the chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You know what I'm saying? You only get one chance, one opportunity. And yeah, I just want you guys to think about that. That's not saying that for those of you who are adamant about the transition that you can't transition, because I know you're gonna do what you're gonna do. But I'm just saying, please think about that aspect. Alright. And for the rest of us out there that are still, you know, choosing to maintain a feminine dominant role, consider it. Children, the future, they gotta come from somewhere. Alright, peace.